Hello! Welcome in, everybody. I hope you're having a fantastic, fantastic day. So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. My name is Strange Tangent, as always, and I am, as always, joined by my amazing and lovely wife, Mrs. Strange, aka Red Panda, also known as my better half. So, we are working on today is episode 4. So we have episode 1, episode 2, and episode 3 are up on YouTube already. So if you have not seen those 3 episodes, just be aware there's going to be some spoilers, coming in through this episode. So, check that out. I just put the YouTube link there, up somewhere on. Let me look at the thing here. Somewhere that direction, I think, is going to be a link when we put this up on YouTube. That'll link you to the playlist. You'll be able to then go back and watch those videos. And then also, if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you so much. And, feel free to drop a like, subscribe if you haven't. It helps us out tremendously, and I greatly appreciate it. If you want to leave a comment down below on the videos as well, that also extremely helps out with, those algorithms and everything as well. So we really appreciate you tuning in. If you can't join us live here on Twitch, then we really appreciate you tuning in on YouTube and being able to watch the videos. So welcome in, everyone. I know we had Katie that came in the chat, so welcome in. Trivium Kills, hello. Thank you so much for that 100 bits. Welcome in for Hunt a Killer episode 4 of Class of 98. And then Silent Moon, hello, welcome in. And yeah, so we're excited. Do we want to, okay, again, a little bit of a spoiler warning. So we're going to summarize a little bit from the past few episodes first, just to, catch anyone up. And then, we'll dive into looking at, probably some, the box itself, and then opening up, the letters and all that stuff. So, all right. Where are we at so far? We've eliminated
3 already.
3. Okay.
Yeah, so 6 suspects still to go. So far,
All
episode
right.
1 was his cousin.
Okay.
I think we eliminated her. And then episode 2 was, I think that one was his wife.
Yep. Yeah. Episode 2 was the wife.
Yeah,
okay.
his last episode was Arthur, which that
Correct.
one we were still a little like.
Yeah,
okay,
Arthur was a little iffy.
Yeah,
That one, I remember us like kind of like going back and forth on Arthur of whether or not we felt that the alibi was good enough, and means, motive, opportunity, all that stuff was there to as far as not there to in order to eliminate him. So all right, so that kind of brings us back up where we're at. I know we've had a lot of evidence that has come through. So join in on the Discord as well. We will drop all of the documents I've into that Discord here in just a moment. So you too can just open those documents up with us and join along and read at your pace and help us out with, maybe solving some ciphers. If there's any ciphers or any clues or anything like that, you'll be able to help us out. So there's the link there. And again, if you're watching this on YouTube, that link for the Discord will actually be down below in the description. All right. So yeah, let's open up this box. Let's see what we've got. Let's
Episode 4. All right, episode 4. We got some stuff here.
All right.
A letter from the private investigator. You said that. I can see that. Okay.
Right. Yep. Here, I'll hold on to that one actually. I'll
some...
put other stuff there. Yeah. So.
Ooh, that sucker's.
All right. So we got a magnifying glass. All right.
Okay. Well, that makes me wondering what we're using that for.
Right.
All right. Oh my gosh, it's a troll. Please tell me someone else remembers these. They were big. They were small. They were, frankly, all the rage.
There you go. There you go.
Oh my gosh, look at the hair. I used to braid mine.
Right.
Hair.
Oh, and it looks like there's a piece of paper in here too.
I was gonna play on that part in a second.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was still reminiscing. I had to have like a 3-minute.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
My mom used took me for photos to do it with a baby troll. Like it's just can't help it. Oh, this actually got writing. All right. Anything extra?
So there you go, chat. Here's the troll.
Yeah, no extra writing.
Troll.
Forget troll, it's called hair.
Right? Forget the fact that my fingernails are a little dirty and I didn't realize it. Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, the troll is shedding, actually, guys. Sorry.
Right? Yeah.
Oh,
Had a
so
bunch
funny.
of those. Nice, Salmon. Yeah, I had a bunch of those growing up too.
I kind of want to follow his
I had the
person.
ones that were like also had like the the special ones were the ones that had the gem on the belly
Mm-hmm.
button, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like so the little like the lucky gem.
I had
That's
a
what it
version
was.
that would actually crawl and then like drop its arms and legs and kind of like wiggle and
That
wah.
just sounds
It was
creepy. Like
very
at least the
weird.
other ones didn't move. Like I mean,
It was actually a pretty cute one, but
that
yeah,
sounds like just terrifying. All right.
it wasn't until it was.
Right?
It definitely got creepy. I was like, oh.
Put like have those, right? So like have that thing crawling around with a Furby nearby. Oh man. There you go.
I could never do the Furby, the whole talking at night thing. Feed me. No, couldn't do it. Yum. No, couldn't do
No, what was worse was
it.
if you ever took the the outer shell of the Furbies off and then had that just the guts of it because then it
Why
was
would
just
you
this little
do
like
that?
it was just like this little like robot with eyes like it was just so creepy.
I was a pretty messed up kid. That was not in my repertoire of things to do.
Right?
No, that's just
Yeah.
wrong. It talks to you. How can you dissect it? That's just
I mean,
horrible.
I don't know.
All right, guys, let's read what Michelle has to say to us here really quick.
All right.
All right,
Do we want to go
so
over that or do we want to open up the folder and
oh
then
yeah,
kind of
let's do
briefly
that.
go
Let's do
over
that.
the stuff
So,
there?
fancy letter from Michelle. Another dossier. I have to say, I do love the whole like dossier thing for this season. It's been
Yeah, no,
really
I agree.
awesome. So, all right, so it looks like we got another. Let's see. Witness statement. This must be someone from Nick's family, Athena Matsukis.
Okay,
So
yep.
that's gonna
I
be
think
someone from
so.
Nick's
Yep.
family.
That would
Oh my
be
gosh.
yeah, Matsuko's witness statement. All right, we've got internal memorandum from
Listening Friends
Listening
of
Friends of
America.
America. Oh, nice.
You
Wasn't
recognize it?
wasn't that from Mallory Rock?
No.
No.
That was from the clock one I did. What was it? Initiation?
Oh yeah,
Uh-huh.
that's right.
That's why I froze for a second. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, so
I
Listening
ha-
Friends
this
of
was really
America
startling.
was another organization in another series called Initiation that Hunt a Killer did. So yeah.
Wow.
So
Yeah,
we said, oh no, no
basically,
Furbies. Oh
it was
God,
a
no.
it was
Those
a group
demonic
that would write to serial
gremlins.
killers and other people in like mental
Yeah,
institutions. So it was what they did before they did kind of investigations with Miranda Gray.
right,
Yeah. So that's gonna be interesting. I'm very curious how they're gonna tie that sucker in. Yikes.
right.
Mid-Atlantic. Oh, so there's some communication stuff from
Okay, so
the
phone
vet
records.
clinic.
All
Yeah.
right.
So we know that Susan had claimed that she had called Aura that night at 9:40 something, and
Right.
Aura missed the call, and it did make it very clear at the time that it was from a landline at that vet clinic.
Okay.
So
So
apparently we're
yeah,
gonna either
so we'll
rule
be
that
able
in or
to
out,
we'll be able to
probably.
use that to help out.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay, I'm dying to read that. I've got to stop myself. I'm trying so hard to digest what that has to do with anything.
right.
Oh, to the love of my life, my beautiful wife.
Oh.
Shall I open this now or wait for a minute?
Oh, you can open it up
Yeah?
and kind of
Alright.
preview it. You don't have to read it yet.
Okay, so Charlie wrote it, so we're gonna assume that would be to his wife Sarah.
Yeah.
All right, and we got 2 newspaper articles this time. All right, so celebrate Chestnut Falls Farmers Festival, and on the back we have half of a horse nose.
Okay.
And
Oh, Captain Cancer.
Captain
Yeah, that was
Cantor's-
from the previous
oh,
one of
I
those
like that.
previous things that we were talking about.
I'm
right?
hoping that's an apple and not just his tongue. Either way, that's weird. Yeah. Oh, he's eating a snack. Okay, we're good.
Okay,
We're good.
okay.
I think he has a growth. I think he has bigger problems.
Right.
Okay. And then
Exquisite. Welcome in.
surgeon to stab the stars takes vengeful jab at ex's new beau.
Oh.
We get to find a little more dirt about Gavin, apparently.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
What we got there?
And looks like an
Just-
advertisement, which will be a little fun. Sometimes these mean
Oh,
nothing.
man.
Other times they're little
From
teasers.
here, I misread that. I thought that said surprise yoga. And I was like, what kind of, like, what is that? Like, what is surprise yoga?
Oh, I would want to know what that's like. Boo! All right. Very good. That's fun. All right.
Right? All right.
Not a lot, but this could still be interesting. I'm very curious about this internal memorandum thing. That is,
Right.
ooh, that's going to be interesting.
So, there we go. Okay.
All
Well, you
right.
want to go over, we can head over to our investigation room. I can get, there we go. Right? And surprise, it's yoga you didn't know you wanted. Uh-huh. Yeah, exactly. Because you thought you saw a video like that, right? Oh. All right, so there we go. So we've got investigation room. So we're going to begin this investigation phase, go through the letter from Michelle Gray, and see kind of what we are looking for, what we're doing, and
Yeah.
yeah, go from there. So if you want to read that, you're more than welcome.
All right. Hello. There has been some recent development since the last time I contacted you. Although at this point, I'd prefer to be further along in the investigation. There are so many moving parts, so many threads connecting this former group of friends turned suspects, that I've been having trouble keeping track of everything. But that's all the more reason why I've been actively researching each suspect in an attempt to better understand their potential motivations. Part of that research has included looking further into Charlie's personal life as well. The Valentine's Day card is something I found in Charlie's house, and I almost regret taking it. But this kind of evidence is crucial to learning about the victim's history. Along those lines, an interesting set of items were discovered in Charlie's car: a small toy doll and a handwritten note with no signature. Since they appear to be related, these two items have been included together in the same evidence bag. An empty bag with a message written on the tag was also recovered from Charlie's car. I took a photo of the gift bag and stored it under the Images tab and Deviant Tracker. You access it in the IBIS folder using this password.
Okay. So we'll need to get into Deviant Tracker
Mhm.
a
Yeah.
little bit later as well. Okay.
I'd also like you to take a look at a set of surveillance photos in the Finch folder, which you can open with password KPL422. They were taken from security camera footage, at the Dimitri's Taverna on the night of the murder. Although the picture is low quality, the timestamps will help us fill some spots on our incomplete timeline. Thank God.
Okay.
Everything's been so ambiguous so far with timeline.
Right.
Originally, I didn't go to the Taverna for the security footage. I actually didn't know that it existed until I stopped by. But now I'm glad I did. My initial goal in visiting was to get a witness statement from Miss Matsukas, Nicholas's mother and co-owner of the Taverna. She was working on the night of the murder, so I wanted to confirm through her if the suspects arrived at the exact times they claimed. The only problem is the discrepancy between her words and the security photos. At this point in the investigation, I'm just grasping for any slivers of truth.
Okay.
While at the Taverna, I also found a discarded memo from Nick's workplace. His job seems to be a point of stress, and I can just tell from glancing at the memo's content that there are some intense restrictions put on him. It's important to note these instances of potential friction. This prompted me to do some research on what the others do for a living. So I included two articles. The first is from the Chestnut Falls Flyer and features Robin's recent activity in town. The second is from LA Today and features Gavin's endeavors. There are certainly key points in each article that will help you form an opinion of their characters. But I'm more interested in how those points could relate to the case, moral judgments aside. One exciting piece of news is that I finally obtained a copy of the veterinary hospital's phone records from the night of the murder. I requested it a while back, and the phone company was a pain to deal with. But the results should be worth the trouble. Like I said before, I'll keep forwarding you any and all documents after I get my hands on them. After reviewing the material I've sent you, I hope we'll be able to eliminate a few more suspects from our current lineup. It's taking longer than I'd like, but we're close to making a breakthrough. Just keep doing what you're doing.
All right.
All right. Interesting.
So, set that over here because we'll need that. And then, all right. So, do we want to start with? There's the stuff online, and then there's also all of our stuff in the folder. So, would you like to start with stuff in the folder?
I'm thinking maybe at least let's do her witness statement, and then
That's
we
a
can look
good
at the
place to
photos,
start.
maybe,
Yeah.
just so that we can see the discrepancy she's talking about, because there's obviously something funky going on there.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Does that sound
So
okay?
yeah, we'll take a look at the witness statement. So chat, all of the documents are now uploaded in the Discord. So I have that link right there in the Discord for you. I'll throw that up just in case you're just getting here. And then again, if you're watching on YouTube, down below in the description is the link for the Discord. You can stop it, check out, and grab these documents and work along as we work through the YouTube. All right. That should be document number 7 as well in that Discord. So document number 07, Matsuka's witness statement. Would you like to read it?
Start it? Yeah, I can. All right, so this is from Nick's mom. Yes, I remember that night. How could I forget? After watching Charles grow up, I'll never forget that night. I'll never forget his friends' faces when they found out. You went to school with Charles too, right? I remember you, yes. I'm going to call this person G because I can't pronounce that name and I don't want to butcher it. So we're going to say G and I were setting up. Nicholas wanted his friends to come to the taverna later than we are usually open these days. He came to the restaurant right after the reunion to help out. Yes, before anyone else. I talked with Antonio the longest. He came earlier than the rest. He was telling me about his son, and I told him about raising a boy and what to watch out for. Arthur came. He was the only one close to coming at 10, like Nicholas said. Then Robin, then that Gavin came almost 15 minutes late, soaking wet and shouting for food like a dog. Nita came around then, too. I was expecting Susan and Aura, but I now know why Aura didn't come, and Charles. You're right, Nicholas wasn't there when Gavin came. I forgot. I think he ran out to the store for something, maybe. I can't keep track of my son all the time. He is a grown man. But he always helps us when he comes over. I know he did that night. Please find who did this. No one in the town knows what to believe. I'm taking his poor mother some food tonight. I'll tell her you're still working hard.
All right. Welcome in, Bloodgrass. Welcome in. All right, so it sounds like this is just kind of reconfirming what we already knew with Arthur about Arthur showing up close to 10. But now we know that Antonio was there the longest.
Which matches his witness statement.
Right, and then Antonio, it sounds like, arrived first.
Yep.
Then Arthur. Then... Well, it says like Nicholas said, so I don't remember when Nicholas got there, but...
So that is the interesting part, because according to her, he came first, helped set up, and then left before the others all arrived. But according to Nicholas's own statement, he made a comment about, I can't deal with my mother, and I went to the bar before going. Like, he was last to arrive because he was most likely drinking in a bar, so he's saying. So it's really interesting that his mom is saying that he was there helping them set up. When he said clearly he did not go until much later than everyone else, intentionally, because he didn't want to deal with his mother.
Yeah, so this is saying
kind of
that, that he...
Big statement.
So that Nicholas wanted his friends to come to the taverna later than open. He came to the restaurant right after the reunion to help out, yes, before anyone else. So he got there first, supposedly, according to this statement. And then Antonio, then Arthur, then Robin... then Gavin.
Yep.
And then Nita came around that same time. And then Susan and Aura, obviously didn't show up, and Charles didn't show up either.
Yeah, it says, I did.
Oh, wait, it says, hold on, it says, you're right, Nicholas wasn't there when Gavin came. I forgot. I think he ran out to the store or something. Okay.
Yeah, because she never really accounts for when he came in like everyone else does, yeah.
Correct.
So he says, quote, I tried to catch Charlie after, but he was already gone. I knew I would see him at my parents', the taverna, so I wasn't too worried. I didn't feel like talking to my mother while we waited for the others to show up, so I went to the bar instead. I had a drink and then went over. By that time, most of the others had already shown up, but not Charlie. We waited, but he never showed up, and now he's never going to show up. Can we be done? I don't like to talk about this. Right. So he clearly says he was somewhere completely and totally different.
Well, it sounds like he was at the bar.
Yeah.
So I don't know if the bar is... so it's a good question, right? Is there a bar at the taverna? So is it like a bar in one section and the restaurant in the other section? Or is the bar a completely separate location within town? I don't think we know that answer at this point.
I don't think we do. I do think that I posted that map that I had messed with in the last episode. I think there is a bar in town, but it did not mention the taverna having one. There was a bar, however, I just can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, a bar section in the restaurant, and that's very possible. I can't remember off the top of my head at the moment either. But yeah.
Yeah, there's a saloon and tiki bar, but that's the only one that's mentioned on the map.
Okay.
So, not sure if it means his parents. I just feel like if it was his parents' store or like restaurant, his friends would have seen him. It just seems weird.
Right.
It seemed like the way he's saying it, he went to a totally different place. Do you want to look at the photos to see what we can match up with what she's saying?
Yeah, that's fine.
So let's see, where was that password at? So we're gonna go for security camera footage will be in the Finch folder under surveillance folders. And I have the password when you're ready.
Do we have that on that? It's not on that, is there?
No, I got it though. We're trying to log into Deviant Tracker, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I did a.
That's good. I've got the
here.
photos, so.
Oh, you already have the photos?
Yeah, I have them downloaded.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right, so we've got two photos that we've got that we were looking at here. All right, so first one. Oh yeah, you're still on Mallory Rock. Hey, so yeah, so we're working on Class of '98. So if you are working on Mallory Rock, we do have that series obviously up on YouTube. We won't have any spoilers about Mallory Rock in any of these episodes, but we will, you know, just make sure that this is a standalone one, right? So it's not a part of the monthly subscription. So we bought Class of '98 as like an entire box set. So that's good. So after you get done with Mallory Rock, you should be going to Off the Record next. And then after Off the Record, I can't remember what the next
I think
one
it's
is.
called Royal Street.
Royal
Something
Street,
to do with
yeah.
New Orleans. That's all I know.
So, yep.
Yep. This, I think, was one of the first Meredith Grey ones that they did as a season.
Okay.
So it was a season about 2 years ago, and then once it
Meredith
got retired.
Grey.
Sorry, not Meredith Grey. Woo, wrong thing.
I mean, you've been watching too much Grey Anatomy or something.
Not really, but that's pretty funny. Just rolled right off the tongue there. Yeah, I think this is one of the first Michelle Grey investigations. They this one was done about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
From what I can tell.
So it looks like maybe he stepped out to smoke. Like maybe that's what this image is.
Actually brings me back to a few things. Do you remember all the witness or the evidence in the car?
Yeah.
There was a lighter. It was a mint tin container of some kind.
Right.
And there was something else that seemed to suggest a cigarette. Gum to chew, like to take away the breath.
Right.
So it feels like either Charlie or someone who was friends with him, potentially Anthony, was a smoker.
Okay.
I think that's supposed to be Nick. Has long hair.
Possibly, yeah.
I think
that's at 10:23.
10:23, you said?
Yeah. And then this one is at 9:32.
I'm fine for there.
I'm not really seeing anything else.
So are we saying
where's the CSI people when you need them? Enhanced.
Is it saying Anthony?
Huh?
Are we thinking this is Anthony because the jacket?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't know we were saying if it or who it was yet.
That's what I was asking. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Maybe. So where's the witness statement? So we've got. You mean Antonio?
Yeah.
Okay. You said Anthony.
Sorry.
Oh, you're okay. I was just trying to make sure I had the right person. It's been a long week for me. Let me look in here and see. Let's grab this witness statement real quick. So we've got. So Nichols apparently showed up long enough to set up and then leave, which was right after the reunion. What time did the reunion let out? 9?
9.
So, and then Antonio was there the longest. Arthur came and he was the only one close to coming at 10. So I'd say, yeah, that would be Antonio. At 9:32 p.m., I'd say that that's Antonio, based on this timeline. The
I'm trying to see if there's anything in the picture that looked or stood out. I don't really see anything though.
Yeah. Uh, the the other photo I feel might be Gavin.
I think it's Nick. Isn't Gavin like a pretty boy prep kind of thing? He's not like a punk rock hair kind of guy.
Oh, I don't know. I was just thinking that. I mean, do we have the current photos?
Yeah. So
Was that Nick?
I think that's Nick. Yeah.
Okay.
Because Gavin's like pretty boy playboy type of a
Okay.
like he looks very prep.
Yeah, I was just because it said that Gavin had shown up at least 15 minutes late, and this was at 10:23. So
Yeah,
that's why I was
15
curious.
minutes late would have been. Oh yeah.
No, yeah,
it's
because they're
10:23,
just start at 10 or whatever.
Yeah.
Because the other person was the only person that showed up around close to coming at 10, like Nicholas said.
Robin, it was her, and then Gavin and Nita, and then Nick was even later than both of them.
Okay, so that might be that's probably Nick then.
I just think the nose says it.
Mm-hmm.
We decided that was Antonio.
Mm-hmm. I think. Did we print off the? Where's the one that? Oh, I thought I printed off the one that had all their photos.
Photo of the last Discord? You posted the last Discord as the.
Yes, I think I did. Nope, not that one. So it must be.
Didn't post it in 3.
Oh.
Hmm.
It was in 2 though that we got the photos, so maybe
Yeah. Well, I thought we were supposed to do after every single one. Okay.
Oh, nice photographs. Yeah.
Did you like it? Without spoiling
Okay,
it,
so
obviously.
yeah,
Like
that's
it?
Gavin,
Okay.
with the sunglasses.
Okay.
And then Nick is that middle.
Okay, so the
middle one.
longer haired guy. Because he
Yeah.
had longer hair in high school too.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, so I'd say that would be Nick then.
Awesome. Thank you,
That's
Bloodgrass.
right there. And then yeah. So what else do you want to go over?
Well, interesting. So, was he coming or going? Is the ultimate question.
Right.
Because that's the thing is, from this photo, they both look like they're walking away from the building. So interesting.
Right.
All right. Well, that wasn't quite as exciting as I thought it was going to be. I thought there was going to be like 20 photos and a clear answer. So bummed.
No.
All
I mean,
right.
9:23. I mean, that time frame though puts it very much. I mean, that's only like a 2 or 3 minute difference from the time of the murder. So, I mean, I have a feeling that's going to be what is going to prove and be the alibi for Antonio to eliminate Antonio.
Probably, which is crazy.
So I have a feeling that's going to be the evidence for it.
Speaking of Antonio, backtracking for just a second, we were talking more about the drug book thing, and I found one other thing that I thought was quite interesting. We found the number one issue with the drug log from Charlie last time was all the extra scripts of Arthur's Valium, right? But you remember what I told you? Also, I found like Antonio has an obscene amount of refills of the medication as well.
Right.
So like in this multiple times he's filling, what was it? I can't remember the name of it now. It was very weird because it was a lot of refills of alprazolam, like multiple refills of alprazolam, more than one could get, like 2 to 3 times a month. So I thought that was a little interesting too, and could be suspicious and possibly come into play.
Very possible. Which one do you want to look at next? Do you want to look at phone records?
Sure.
Okay.
Can you do that?
I feel like that might be another like slightly easy one to kind of just look at and help maybe.
Well, because we're trying to rule somebody else out again.
Establish a timeline. Yeah. We've got how many left? You said we've eliminated 3, right? So we've got 6.
We've eliminated 3 and we have 6 left. You got it. Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering if we need to eliminate, if we're eliminating two. Is that what we're, or is it just the one?
I think she said just one, or
Okay.
she didn't really specify actually. She said, "Can you whittle down a few more
Oh
suspects?"
yeah, just eliminate a few
So
more.
yeah,
So we might
so
be
we
able
might
to
be
actually
eliminating two.
eliminate more than one this round.
So this is
Yeah.
records for the
Is
vet
everyone
clinic.
taking value? Yeah,
So this is
it
outgoing
sounds
would
like
be
it.
the vet clinic. Anything outgoing would be from the vet clinic going outward.
Right.
So the only four calls. That's weird. Oh, it's military time. Mercy me. I should have recognized that quicker. That was shameful. All
It's all
right,
good.
so you help me here. What's
So
2111 and 2144 for me?
2111 is 911 and 9:44 p.m. So
Okay, so the 944 is
right.
pretty darn close, and that is an outgoing, but it says cell phone. Did she specify that she has a cell phone and a landline? Because this just all of a sudden I just realized this. Look at all these numbers. They also cells.
So
There's
this
only
is the
three
records for
landlines.
Chestnut Falls Veterinary Hospital.
Yeah.
So is it that she's calling? So it's incoming and outgoing. So maybe it's the type of phone that's on the other end.
But I assume outgoing, like if it's the vet clinic records, the outgoing would be her calling from the clinic to the person's cell phone.
Right. So maybe that's the.
So maybe that's where
So
she's
maybe
calling
that's the
to.
number that. Yeah. So maybe so like
She's
this
calling to the
incoming.
cell
This is the
phone.
number that called to the clinic, and it
Yeah.
was a landline that called to the clinic,
Okay.
and this is a cell phone that called to the clinic. This is outgoing. So this is the number they called, and it's a cell phone that they called. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's depicting what
Yeah, so
this
she basically
the
called
number
Aura's
here.
cell phone at 9:44, which would totally make sense because that's what she swore she did. Yeah, and it does say Chicago, Illinois, which
Right. So I'm curious what
yeah.
this other number is and why it's not blacked out.
So it's saying it's a landline cell phone. And I think this is the
That it's a landline.
let's
Yeah.
dial it. Let's
So
dial it. Hold on. Let's dial it.
right. I mean, we're
Now that
dialing
you
it.
just brought that up,
Right.
let's
I mean, that's
dial
the
that
only
bad
one they
boy.
didn't block out. So we've got to here. Let's put that on speaker too.
Okay. I'll just dial it and hand it to you and you can hit send.
All right. Uh, so we've ran into something similar to this before, where there was I think it was like an email address that we had, and we had to email the email address. So in this case, all of these numbers as you're seeing on the screen right there to the right on the screen or the left on the screen, whatever it is, that number is not blacked out.
So I think that's the
So
lawyer's number, isn't it?
right here. Is
That was
that
supposed to be her lawyer. She's supposed to have called her lawyer, spoke to 30 minutes with her lawyer, and then something in that conversation freaked her enough that she wanted to call Aura right away, which was around
okay?
9:40 something.
Yeah, very possible. All
So I'm
right.
betting that's her lawyer's number.
All right. Well, let's find out.
Thank you for calling the law offices of Kelly and Kelly, where we lend a big hand to the little guy. Specializing in insurance and animal law, we have been proudly serving all residents of Illinois, regardless of species, for the last 15 years. If you or an animal you know is in need of legal counsel, please leave your name and the nature of your call after the tone. One of our associates will get back to you as soon as they are available. Thank you and have a wonderful day.
What you don't want to leave a message? We're leaving a message, okay?
Could you imagine if someone at Hunter Killer's only job is purging morons' voicemails? No, 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 no. Still no. Oh my gosh. So that was her lawyer.
I mean,
then.
maybe we've left a message. We said we needed help from a lawyer. Maybe what if they called us? Like that'd be crazy. Be crazy.
That was pretty awesome.
Oh,
So,
wait, that's
law
your call.
officer Kelly and Kelly, did you get it? Keller and Keller,
Uh-huh.
get it? Okay, come on. That was
Yep.
really
All
funny.
right. So that was the lawyer number. So that's
She
what that
called at
number
911,
was
which
right
was
here.
about 30 minutes prior. So that's a pretty
Yeah.
legit. That's she really was at the vet clinic when she called them because it was through a landline. She called through she called from her clinic to a landline number, which was her lawyer's office.
Yeah.
And then she was still at the clinic at 9:44 to make the call to Aura. So here's the question. Would she have had time? Or why are you laughing?
I'm laughing at their message. Bloodgrass said that when they were doing Mallory Rock, that their friend had left a absolute weirdest
I'm George.
message.
Oh my god, that's very funny. Love it.
Yeah. So yeah. Right. All right.
Oh my
So
God.
so that right there may help I mean, may rule out then Susan.
Because what I'm doing the math here, if she was on the phone with her lawyer from 9/11, 9/44, we can't talk to the lawyer. We have to assume that's the truth based on.
Right.
Wait, hold on. Actually, she could have left the line open, but I doubt someone would have stayed on the phone that long if she wasn't
Right.
talking.
Yeah. I mean, it's showing the
So
duration was
that's
32
that's
minutes.
legit. There's no way she left that vet clinic
Yeah.
to go kill Charlie.
So I'm gonna say, yeah. Then Susan's probably on our list to possibly eliminate as well.
Not guilty.
So we've got a few other items. Do you want your listening friends of America that you're excited about?
Sure.
Okay.
Oh, one other thing. I was looking more at the autopsy stuff.
Okay.
What do you think about a knee causing the belly abdomen wound? The bruising.
A knee,
Well,
maybe.
'cause I don't lay at night thinking about strangling my husband often, but I was replaying this in my head. Because you remember I kept trying to strangle you and my thumbs were on the backside and
Right.
it wasn't working. Well, if you're going to strangle someone from the front, especially in a vehicle, you're not going to be able to do it and get the same leverage on the outside of the door. You're going to be
Right.
on top of them, pinning them down,
Right.
and putting that pressure with your thumbs on the top of their
Right.
neck. I don't know. It hit me because they said something about the car mirror was askew. Remember? When I
Right.
was going back through the report, I was like, "Oh my gosh!"
And was
they
it on
could've
the
bumped
was
the
that
mirror.
I'm trying to remember if that bruise was on this side?
It was on the left side.
On the left
Yes.
side. Okay.
Yes.
So on the exterior of the car
Mhm.
side. Okay.
Yep. So it hit me that maybe somebody
Yeah.
climbed on top of him, literally, and pinned him down.
That's very possible.
So because it kept saying a round and blunt object, you remember, and we kept going
Yeah.
baseball bat, mop handle, like what? I don't know.
Alright.
It hit me. It made me curious if someone else had any other thoughts on that.
Yeah.
Random.
No, that actually yeah, it might be.
Still not
See
sure
what
why
it
it didn't
is
bruise both sides equally, but sure seems suspicious. All right, let's do Friends of America. This is going to be so interesting. So this is an internal memorandum, first and foremost. Uh-oh, I just realized we're going to need a magnifying glass.
Well, I mean, ironically enough, we have
yeah,
one.
yeah, I know. Let me read it first before we start going down that road.
Okay.
So this is to all employees. So that means that somebody is an employee. Oh, this is an NDA.
Is that what it is?
Okay, I'm jumping. Sorry.
Yep.
I scroll a lot. Nice to meet you. So to all employees regarding key informational exchange. So representatives of the Listening Friends of America, or LFOA, are reaching out to you as a friendly reminder of certain agreements laid out in the company-wide NDA regarding shared proprietary information between parties. There's a reason why we encrypt information. Keep Alice and Bob in mind. Okay. Every employee is obligated to uphold this agreement with respect to the responsibilities outlined therein. Reminder of information agreed upon. This agreement is made between LFOA and affiliates and employee recitals. The receiving party understands that LFOA has disclosed or may disclose proprietary information. Operative provisions. In consideration of the disclosure of proprietary information by LFOA, the receiving party hereby agrees: A, to hold the information in, I got it out twice, in unyielding confidence, and to take every precaution to protect it. Okay, so don't talk about it. Got it.
Right.
Not to disclose any such information or any information derived therefrom to any third person.
Okay.
Not to make any use whatsoever of any time, at any time of such information, except to evaluate internally its relationship with LFOA, and not to duplicate or reverse engineer such information. You follow?
I am. So basically, what this is telling you, because I've had to sign these before.
Sorry. Breaking my brain.
Basically, it's saying any information you receive while in this role or doing whatever you're doing, this job, right?
Okay.
Any kind of information that becomes available to you that is considered proprietary information, meaning proprietary meaning
confidential or what?
Proprietary means that only that institution is supposed to have it. So like at a hotel, right? So where I work, my hotel, my emergency procedures for my hotel are not they are proprietary to the hotel, meaning I'm not going to share that information with anyone outside of my organization because
they're like owned like they'd be owned by that information.
Well, I mean, in that specific instance, it's because of the fact that that information could be used against us, right? So, like, if somebody knows the emergency procedures of a building, they can plan accordingly ahead of that and use those emergency procedures to their advantage to cause more harm. So
Okay.
that's why it's proprietary for us, for emergency procedures. Now, in this case, it could be whatever information. So now, if it's
Okay.
information that you receive and it's proprietary, it just means that no other company is supposed to have that information. And it also in this NDA in that section, it's telling you that you're not allowed to disclose the information to anyone.
So you can't tell anyone else.
Yeah, or any information derived from that original information that you got. So like interpretations of. So like if
Okay.
you were given like partial information, but you're deriving and like gaining information from that by putting two and two together of different pieces of information, that's derived from that initial information. And you can't share that either.
Okay.
So yeah. So that's kind of what that means. And then you're also not allowed to make use of any of that information. So just because you didn't tell anyone, that doesn't mean though that a big example of this is where it's punishable by law is insider trading.
Okay. Okay.
So right, so they're using
They're taking advantage and
information
using it
that
for
they
themselves.
that they gained, and they're
Okay.
using it for self gain to
Yeah.
play the market, right?
Gotcha. Okay.
So in this case, yeah, any information they receive, they can't use that information for themselves in any kind of way, and they cannot duplicate or reverse engineer any of this stuff. So like if it's whatever's going on here, if they're making something
So
like
they were
some
making like
kind
a
of
program or like a,
right.
Okay.
So like let's say they're making software and you get a portion of that and you reverse engineer it and you're like, oh, I can duplicate this. And then now you're trying to duplicate it and sell it yourself. That's now a huge violation of that NDA.
Gotcha. Okay.
Right. Yep.
So the failure of the receiving party. So would that be Nick? Like the failure of the receiving party, Nick?
Is that who this is between?
Oh, probably. I'm sorry. I don't know. I was assuming because an NDA, Nick, we know signed an NDA, or at least we're assuming
Right.
it was Nick.
So
that doesn't look like Nick's signature though, so I could be wrong. So the person signing the form, the failure.
right, the failure of the
signing
receiving
form, okay.
party, yeah.
Carry out its obligations under this agreement indefinitely shall not be interpreted as a waiver of such obligations.
Right. So basically the receiving party meaning who's receiving the proprietary information.
Okay.
Yeah.
If any component of this agreement is held to be illegal or unenforceable, neither the legitimacy nor nullability of the remainder of this agreement shall be affected. This agreement establishes the unifying understanding between the receiving party and LFOA pertaining to the subject matter hereof, unless any representation made about this agreement was made fraudulently or supersedes all prior representations, writing, negotiations, or understandings with respect hereto. Wow, I don't speak legalese, man. Give me medical any day of the week.
Right, yeah.
Whew. I know how you feel now when you read words like petechia and hemorrhage. Oh,
yeah, Chad, I don't do well with all the
man.
medical linguistic
Mercy.
words.
Give me some more drug names, man.
A lot
I
of
can
this
pronounce
stuff
those
I can,
suckers.
yeah, a lot of this stuff I can grasp. So it looks like there is some smaller typed stuff on the page. That's where I think that magnifying glass is going to come into play. Oh man, the sun finally
that
came
actually
out.
does work. Okay, yeah, this does work. Okay.
We'll do that. There we go. So it doesn't bleach us out.
Can you even tell if it's even remotely? Oh no, it's too tiny.
No, but we've got it up on screen, so I can just zoom in.
Okay.
Let's zoom in. Let's use the virtual magnifying glass. All right, so we've got something that says Alice.
Well, they just mentioned, remember Alice and Bob, so there's
Yeah.
gotta be a meaning behind that.
Alice 3 to the power of 7 mod 17.
Okay, so it is visible. Okay. Yep. Okay.
I don't know what that could mean.
Maybe it just means like Alice is 5 and Bob is 3 or something. Maybe it could be as simple as like how many letters or numbers. Who knows?
Well, and then you've got Bob
Yeah.
3
Where's
to the
that
power
one?
of 15 mod 17.
Oh, is that down in the second provision area?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
the second one.
So Bob 3 to the power of 15.
Yeah,
Mod 17. Okay. Is there a third one?
there is.
Okay,
Footnote.
Oh my god.
And looks like
So NDWG.
no, I think it's HV.
Yeah, it's an H, not an N.
Yeah, HV.
Okay.
Find the original, 'cause that's a photocopy.
Oh, no.
So try it. You can look for the original and see if it looks a little bit different. But it looks like it's H.
Yeah, I agree. HVWG. Okay.
Right, Silent Moon? Yes,
WZ.
HVWGK.
WZZ.
Yep. And then BCH. Would you call me? Oh. VODDS. And I think it's
BO.
BOUOW B capital B WQ. I think capital H and capital B. Those are the only two that are capitalized. Everything else is lowercase. And then a period at the end. Mod is on your computer's calculator. So it could be something to do with a calculator. Let's see.
They say something about encrypting information. Do we need to do the whole logging into Deviant Tracker to get to the tool to code break?
Possibly. Yeah. Oh yeah, mod right here.
Huh? Sorry. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah. So on the like
Okay.
scientific calculator, you have one that says mod.
So can you do 3 to the power 7 mod 17?
It's been a while since I've used a computer scientific. All right, let's see. So we said 3 to the power of 7.
Mm-hmm.
So 3 power of 7, and then mod 15, 12.
Mm-hmm.
So then what was the Bob one?
The Bob one was 3 to the power 15 mod 17.
3 to the power of 15
Mhm.
mod 17.
Yep. So Alice and Bob are both
That
fully
equals 6.
capitalized. Okay.
So
Did she say anything about this code at all?
oh yeah, maybe. Yeah, I could have looked at that exquisite. All right, it's fine. I was asking you what the Bob one was, and
Mhm.
it's literally right next to the calculator on the screen.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
Uh-huh. Look, I'm trying to be a thoughtful and loving husband and include Mrs. Strange in the process. Okay, that's what it was. All right, I was thinking of her, and that's it. That's what it was.
Oh
All
yeah,
right.
she does say I found a discarded memo from Nick's workplace.
Okay.
His job seems to be a point of stress, and I can just tell from glancing at the memo's content that there's some intense restriction put on him. It's important to note that these instances of potential friction.
Okay. So
What could she mean by potential friction?
I don't know. Potential friction between him and his workplace, maybe.
Probably, yeah, stress.
Uh,
Should we slap this big long blah, blah, blah into the deviant tracker thing?
yeah.
I'm just not sure if we're supposed to be able to figure these out manually or not. Supposedly there's a way to figure out the last one manually, but I have no idea
Oh
how.
yeah.
I tried, it was not happening.
So
So,
LFOA
I
is
mean,
Learning Friends of America.
listening friends of
Listening.
America.
Sorry, not learning. Listening Friends of America. I'm learning.
It's I did Initiation, which is a different Hunt Killer series, and in that you deal with listening friends of America, and you're writing to potentially a serial killer or a mentally handicapped individual. It's supposedly a way you can safely chit chat with this person. They check all the data to and from to make sure it's safe, whatever. But it's supposedly an organization that works with basically dangerous or crazy people, and kind of acts as an intermediary. And it kind of comes out that there's some dirty stuff going on in the organization from what you can tell, but it's all really like hard to follow and understand. And I didn't do any of the other ones around Initiation, so there's a lot I don't know about Listening Friends of America. But it sounds like there were multiple seasons that Hunt a Killer did prior to like Class 98 that worked with the LFOA platform. And so it's like a big organization, And supposedly it sounds like they're doing research on people. I don't know. This is very shifty and quite a surprise for me, actually. I'm kind of excited to see how they're tying this all in together because it's kind of fun. The caveat to that is that initiation and some of those older ones were very dark, like not kid friendly material at all, extremely graphic and very dark. Compared to like the stuff that we do now, like it's still all about dead people and bodies, but there's definitely a difference in the information. But I think if you type Listening Friends of America into Google, I do think you can end up on their website. I do also think they have a Facebook page, from what I remember. I'm not sure how much that tailors over into this, but it was like huge.
Yeah.
When they did the work, they really did the work.
I
There's
believe
a
it.
lot of people on the site.
All right, so I'm not sure how to type this in, like to the auto decoder, the
I don't
automatic
know if,
decoder. Just because of the fact that you can't do the
I was gonna have
power
you
of
do.
7.
I wasn't gonna have you do those. I was gonna have you do the other part.
Oh, the bottom one.
Yeah,
Okay, so yeah, we can try that.
just to see if it says anything.
Capital H.
Yeah, V
Okay.
W G K W Z Z B.
Huh?
B as in boy.
All right.
And then this one I can't read my own writing. Bear with me a second.
CH.
CH. V 0 DD.
0 or O.
Sorry, O. Sorry.
Okay.
DD.
All right.
S B O U O W.
Okay.
Lowercase b, capital B. W Q dot. Period. Sorry.
All right. Let's see if this works. Nope.
Oh, that's so much better. Okay.
Right. It did nada. Zilch.
Let's see. The mod 17 thing is interesting because it's both of them.
Right.
In this statement, so hold on. This is below the word representatives, so maybe this has something to do with it. It's below the word representatives,
Okay.
and this one's below the word agreement.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Well, no. So, excuse, I don't think it's an actual real group. It's
It's
like when Hunter Killer does stuff though, they go all out.
yeah,
And
like for
yeah.
Curtain Call, they created an entire website about a theater in New York called the Cadence Theater. It's not a
Right.
real theater, but it's pretty much the equivalent of what a theater, if it would have one for real, would look
Mhm.
like website wise. It has like when they're hosting events and all kinds of stuff. Same with Listening Friends of America. It's not a real organization, but the premise behind at least the first 3 to 4 seasons of Hunt a Killer's 6 to 8 month subscriptions was you were communicating with somebody that was either mentally and not quite there or serial killer mad, like super creepy is the only word I can describe it. Creepy, and very very dark. And it was a lot more challenging because they were just getting their Hunt a Killer was just getting off the ground and getting themselves figured out. But it was for an entirely different audience than what the stuff now is for. Just a lot more ambiguous. A lot of people didn't like the earlier ones because it was you didn't get told this is your agenda or goal this month. You
Right.
literally just sat there with the evidence, just trying to figure out what the heck you were doing most of the time. I personally didn't care for initiation very much compared to all the other ones. It just wasn't my cup of tea. Some people though loved it. It just depends on your personality, what kind of stuff you like. I kind of like the whodunit kind of a thing. And
Right.
the killer was the initiation was not a whodunit kind of a thing.
Oh yeah,
So
no. It wasn't.
it was different. He had to listen to all my venting about it.
All right. So I'm not sure how to decipher
So
this.
12. So 1, 2,
I don't know what 12 or 6 would be used for.
12.
And we can try to use the hints.
Explain this to me. Alice is below representatives, but Bob is above agreement.
I don't know.
And the footnote is
It does say keep it,
fraudulently.
keep Alice and Bob in mind, but I don't know. Obviously we wouldn't know what that would entail.
Let's go ahead and look at one tip, just
Okay,
seeing what
so
we're
the first
getting.
one is just saying what we already did, which is to use the magnifying glass to identify a hidden code in this document.
We're too smart for this thing. Not smart enough to solve this thing. All right, I'm irritated now.
So we'll look at the next one. So there is tiny text hidden throughout the document, which can be read with the magnifying glass. We did get that already. Footnote, got that. The mention of Alice and Bob will help determine the method to understanding how LFOA exchanges key information.
Well, I definitely didn't learn any of this when I did initiation.
Okay. So maybe it's a shift cipher. Can we shift by Alice was 12, right?
No. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was sorry.
Okay, so let's look at let me grab this. We'll see. Tools. Let's look at the shift decoder. You're going to shift by 12. And we're going to take this and shift by 6. Nope, that didn't work. Okay.
I feel like there's something to do with Alice being under the word representatives and Bob being over the word agreement. Like
Right.
Alice and Bob. Remember Alice and Bob. Keep them in mind. Like it's like two different ways. Like
I
outward
mean,
versus inward information. I don't know. I feel like there's an intentional reason for putting Alice and Bob like under or
right.
over. Both AOs reaching out. Using one encrypted information. Keep A and B in mind. Every employee is obligated to uphold the agreement with respect to their responsibility outlined therein. What do you think, guys? Wow, they really didn't give you a lot to do this one. I'm already irritated.
I don't think I did mod.
I
I did
wrote
Alice wrong?
sorry,
Did
no,
I
no,
do?
no, no,
Wait.
no, no, no. I wrote 15 as the amount of letters in representatives. Sorry, I'm toying with ideas over here. Sorry, I was trying to count how many words were in the words above and below the Alice and Bob thing.
So
When he did the calculator down here, I think I did write 12, meaning the answer he got when he did Alice, like the 3
right,
7 mod
She's
17.
worried though I did mod 15 instead of mod
17?
17.
Oh, okay.
So it's 3 to the power 7, right? On that first one.
Yeah.
Okay. And then mod 17,
Yeah.
right? 11, not 12.
That would have changed your whole shift cipher. You want to try again?
Yeah. All right. So 11.
You would have to copy
Right.
it from the typed website you were just at.
Yeah.
It has it typed out. Just copy it from there. Here you go.
All right. So then we said by 11. Okay. And then by 6. Nope.
How does it know which way to shift is my interesting argument.
So
I'm
we shifted
frustrated.
by 11 and then we shifted by 6 and it didn't work.
Give me a second here.
So
See, like Alice has 5 letters versus Bob has 3. So I'm wondering if you go every so many letters on this and you get your code. Like, so for like Alice, you would go like every 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So like, but then I don't know what these would mean. So I'm just screwing around with ideas.
yeah.
I just really don't want to cheat this quickly. It frustrates me a little bit to cheat this quickly, but I
Right.
don't have a choice.
Yeah, well, let's take a look at the next hint. See if we've got.
All right, if we get stuck and have nothing else to do, let's come back to this and just cheat, I guess.
Yeah.
I just really don't understand why that's not so. Oh, never mind. We are cheating.
No, I thought. Sorry, I thought you meant you didn't want to reveal yet. When you said cheating, I didn't realize hint was a cheat.
I thought that was a reveal.
No, it's the hint. It's hint number 3.
Oh, no, never mind. Sorry, never mind. I don't know what I was trying to say.
Okay, so do you want to do a hint
No, it's
or
fine.
okay?
No, you already did the hint though, didn't you?
I I've done hint number 1 and number 2. There's one more hint.
Okay.
So do we want to do hint number 3
Yeah, we can.
or we can not?
No, it's okay.
Okay. So hint number 3. So the Diffie-Hellman key exchange involves two parties performing a series of public equations to arrive at a shared secret number. Alice and Bob are the standard names of the two parties involved in the Diffie-Hellman key exchange. Alice's equation can be represented as in A mod P, and Bob's can be in B mod P. So Alice's public key is 3 to the power 7 mod 17.
So you got 11, so that was right.
Yeah, which is 11, which is correct. And then the next one is 6.
So how the heck do we
So-
take 11 and 6 equals 3 and 17? Anyone speak crappy, wacky-tastic math?
Yeah, we had to exquisite. We can't figure it out like
We
of
don't
what it would
speak
be.
mod.
Yeah. Because I tried doing it as just a simple shift cipher, but it's apparently not a shift cipher.
I just don't. How are they getting 3?
I mean,
and
it is,
17?
but it's not. But it isn't.
Wait, 17. 6 plus 11 is
So
17.
what they're here, let me pull this up so y'all can see it.
6 plus 11 is 17, so I get that. But
So
where's
they're
3
saying
from?
that it equates to an equation which we wouldn't have known
Nope.
that in A and in B with mod P. Oh yeah, no. Well, so hint 1 we had already done. Hint 1 was to use the magnifying glass.
Hint 1 and 2 we had already figured out. We
Yeah,
did
hint
exactly
2
what it was
was
telling
yeah,
us. Like,
it was just what the stuff was. So we had already figured all that out. It was just hint 3 that we
Sorry.
didn't know. So
are they explaining how we got in for 3
yes,
and
so I don't
17
know
for
where the
me?
NA thing comes from. Apparently this is some kind of key
Formula.
exchange thing, which
It's a
I've never heard
formula,
of.
it sounds like.
Yeah, but so Alice's public key, which equates or equals 11.
figured
Okay,
that
so
out,
therefore
though.
N equals 3 and P equals
Hold
17.
on a second, because they were saying in A and in B.
Correct.
In A and B. And so they were saying. Okay, so we said Alice was. What was Alice? Alice was 11, right? We were saying B was 6.
Right? Yeah, like see, that's what I'm saying, because like there's no way.
I got in 11 and in 6. Like if you're like thinking like the.
Well,
in A
right.
and in B thing.
So no. So N equals 3.
Well, no, I know. Okay, so backing up again, there's no clear explanation. I'm still not following how the numbers 11 and 6 end up to the numbers 3 and 17. There was
Correct.
nothing explaining that capture. I'm trying to find
No.
that now.
Right. So the mod P, so the letter P, is so the equation is in A. Here, let me
Oh, so
see this.
it's NA and NB equals mod P is what you're saying?
Yeah. So in A, and then in parentheses is mod P. So if you write below that is the equation, right? So for Alice, it's 3 to the power 7. And then mod 17. Yeah, Alice's equation is 3 to the power 7 mod 17. So if you're looking at this, then in A, so 3 would be N, right?
Oh, is that what they're doing?
Yeah. So, and then P is 17 because
So
that
they're
matches
saying
up.
the 3 carat
So-
7 or the 3 carat whatever they're saying
Yeah.
that or the NA
So
and NB
N,
numbers.
because if you look at it, it matches up. So N is 3, A is the power to 7, and then mod P, so P is 17.
Okay.
That's what it's saying.
So
So then what it's saying is it's taking Alice swaps in her equation for the solution to Bobs's. So And then Bob swats in his equation for the solution to Alice, right? Yo, XO Queen, welcome in.
Sorry, this is all way too fast. I'm just not.
So 14. So apparently they both end up with 14. So 14 is a shared number. XO's like, oh no, math, I'm out.
This isn't even a basic math.
I know,
My
it's not.
frustration with this is normally with Hunt a Killer, it's doable by average people.
Right.
There's nothing in this that is average. I'm very good at math, but I
Right.
feel like an absolute moron right now.
Yeah, the only thing I can think, right? You're not the only one. Silent Moon's like,
I'm
right.
absolutely livid
Silent
right
Moon's
now.
like, I think my brain is melting.
I'm pretty sure
So
this
the
is
only
like
thing I can think
calculus or
is
engineering-based math is what I'm
is
following.
that the to
It don't matter.
solve.
Number 15 is 14 is all we need. Like,
Yeah, so I was trying to think of like how they got this number, and I have a feeling it's because the number for which is 6, so 6
I'm giving
to
up
the
my
power.
understanding.
Yeah, so I think that's what
I
it
just
was.
need to know what. So they're saying number 14. So 14 is what we need to solve the cipher,
Yeah.
basically. So is it a shift by 14 then?
Very possible.
I don't remember that being on the grouping of the things they
No,
gave us.
there's
but
not.
we're wondering if it's a shift cipher after the fact, but I don't know. I mean, obviously, if you were doing it by yourself, we may have like copy and pasted one of those mod things into like a internet search to see if something popped up. And I'm assuming a cipher of some kind would have popped up, would have had to do it or a cheat
Right.
way to do it. But like, there's just nothing even remotely logical or clear about that. I mean, there's not even a mathematic person in this grouping or someone like that had done previous math ciphers. My biggest frustration with the cipher so far in this is they're using once with no context, and so it's a lot hard to follow.
Right.
Like with the other episodes we've done with different things, like each person has different ciphers and they're
Right.
specific to the way that person thinks or acts.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
This is just all over the place. This makes
Yeah.
no sense.
I have no idea how to. Yeah, I tried. I thought I had that equation thing
Did
figured
that not
out.
work? Wait, it's
It
saying
did.
something.
Yeah, it worked. So the shift cipher did work. So it pulls up that this will not happen again, Nick.
They found out that he did something bad.
Right.
So how do they know? Because the video wasn't posted until the night of Charlie's death.
Yeah, I don't know.
So how did
Maybe
they know?
this is something different. Maybe he's done it before. Maybe that's why he was so freaked out, was because he had already received this
Maybe.
saying this will not happen
Whose
again.
signature is this? I don't recognize that signature at all. That's not Nick's
Yeah.
signature.
I don't
I'm
know.
not sure. That's an S or a G at the end.
Yeah.
Not amused. Okay, next. So much for that being quick, dirty, and easy, babe.
Right? All right. So we're going to do the note next. So there was in the evidence bag, there was the troll, and then there was a small note. So does that look like the similar handwriting to that other note?
I think it does.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to pull up the last few that we've gotten from this person because I have a theory for this. I just wanted to see what you guys all thought too.
Mhm.
See if anyone else was kind of agreeing with me on this. So this is just all the different notes with my handwriting over them since they're in like a black light. You can't read them.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it's very legible from your point of view.
Is that all one picture?
No, but I can make it one picture.
If you want to make it one picture, put it in
Yeah.
Discord, I can pull it up.
That works. So I basically just took what was in the yearbook, what was in the socks, and then what Anthony wrote in the yearbook to kind of compare them all. And I'm kind
Yeah.
of leaning towards it being Anthony. So let's see what you think.
Okay.
So Discord, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
You just want to put it in the episode 4 Discord?
Yeah, that
I'll pull it
works.
up right away.
And nowhere. So is the map in no, the map is in 3. So Discord. So can you help me?
Right here.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yep.
So forgive me, my handwriting is tracing over it, so it's not exact, but I think it's close enough.
All right, there it
I think it's
is.
close enough to this handwriting potentially.
Let's open original. All right, there we go. This is what he's talking about with the other previous notes and trying to compare handwriting. So we're comparing the section of note that we know is from Antonio, aka Thorn, it looks like, right?
Mhm.
And then with these other notes here. And then we're comparing that to this.
The biggest feature I noticed when I was doing this, and I kind of fell on Antonio, was how elongated his letters are. Like especially his D's, B's, and L's.
Yeah.
They're extremely long, and I'm not seeing that as much on here, but it's still there. I mean, you see the D right here. It's there. It's not quite as exaggerated, but it's still pretty close.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm leaning towards it being Anthony, but I'm still trying to understand. Like, look what I found at my parents' place. So he hid this a long time ago. So did Charlie ever find it?
I don't know.
Look what I found at my parents' place. I couldn't resist hiding it for you to find later. You still hate these as much as you did in high school. When Maggie's born, I bet she'll love weird toys like this. Thanks again for the ride back.
Was
Anthony.
was it Sarah was his wife, right?
Sarah's his wife.
Is she pregnant?
No, she gave birth. She had had Maggie by now.
Oh, that's
Maggie's a
right.
daughter.
Okay.
Yeah, he tucked her
So
in that night.
so already had Maggie.
Thing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, how long ago was this hidden in
Yeah.
his car, and did he ever find it?
So thanks again for the ride back. Okay. So yeah, so this must have been a while ago then.
Do you think it's the same handwriting, or am I wrong? Because these all look pretty similar, but I'm not as convinced on that one. C and M. I mean, the L's pretty clear, the D's pretty clear, but like some of the D's, like in hiding, aren't very long at all. Could this
Yeah,
be someone else?
the T's different, I think. I feel like the
Yeah.
T's are different. HS.
You know what?
Look at the HS.
Anthony always writes in hidden ink. He wouldn't have done this. I don't think this is Anthony. Because in the
Antonio?
two, sorry.
Yeah, you're okay. You're okay. I just wanted to make sure. I keep thinking there's an Anthony, and I don't know
No,
why.
sorry. It's because
Yeah.
when I think Antonio, like I think that's another name for the name Anthony.
Oh, that makes
So
sense.
like that's where my
That
head
makes
goes with
sense.
it, but I don't really know. I just that's where my head goes.
Yeah. All right. So the HS. So what I'm looking at is the H and the HS and the HS.
Oh, not even close.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Let's look at the
So
yearbook.
that's what I'm
see whose
looking at, Chad.
handwriting
I'm looking
this
at this right here and this right here. So I don't think that's yeah, I don't think it's the same.
Let's see who it is. So who else do you think it could be then?
I don't know.
I'm leaning towards maybe Nita, because Nita was going to the same college as him, right?
Maybe.
I don't see an HS. Well, actually, I do see an
Yeah,
S
the
right
Y
here.
is completely different. Yeah.
Let's see. Where's a Y on the note? Because I found a Y for her. Where's the Y on the note? Oh, she loops her Y's. Oh, never mind. Yep,
yeah,
yep, that's
the
her.
word you.
Right here. That's her. She loops her Y's exactly like that.
Is there like any yeah, the on toys? Look on toys. There's the Y there.
Yeah,
Does that match up
she very
with
close.
a
I mean,
Y
look
on
at
the end
that.
of something?
She just kind of loops off. Yeah, see right there.
Yeah. It was weird because she mixes the way that she writes her Y's.
She does, yeah, because she'll also do like the Y
Yeah.
and the curve. That's weird.
Without a
She's all
curve.
over the
Yeah.
place.
Hi,
Yeah.
pup. Hello.
Baby girl, you've already pottied. You're
Yeah.
good.
So yeah, so I'd say
Oh, she
that's
also
something
does the
different.
G with the little tail on it too.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is then. It could be anyone, I guess. I mean, all they just say is thanks again for the ride back. It could be anybody. Okay, well,
Okay.
that's not as obvious as I thought it was going to be. I really thought that was going to be clear and cut throat.
Right?
I don't know now.
Do we want to maybe look at the Valentine's card?
Hang on a second. I mean, yeah, you can do that if you want.
Okay. Oh, well, apparently I have to do a 7-day free trial in order to rotate a freaking PDF file.
Oh,
All right.
that's pathetic. Oh well.
So y'all get to look at this Cricut, all right? It's gonna be sideways.
Or they can screenshot it on there and rotate it after the fact.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they can open up the file as well from
Exactly.
Discord. So there we go. There's the file in Discord. Right, Pupper. Yep, she's down there. Just there you go. All right.
I started to realize that my handwriting's so atrocious, I can't really recognize anyone else's. It all just doesn't look the same to
My
me.
handwriting's horrible too. All right, so this is to the love of my life, to my beautiful wife.
Oh, isn't that movie?
Right. Look, I got you a card, okay?
Oh, you're so sweet.
Let's see. We have been through so much together, and I count myself unbelievably lucky to make this journey through life with you by my side. With all of my love, happy Valentine's Day. All right, and then the letter itself of what they wrote, or what Charlie wrote, to Sarah. So, my dearest Sarah, I love you so much. I wish I was better with words, but I hope that my actions are enough for you to know how in love with you I am. My life would be nothing without you and Maggie. I still wonder every day what I did to deserve such a perfect partner as you. I've never found an answer, but I'll continue to dedicate the rest of my life to showing you how grateful I am to share all of this with you. I love you. Yours forever, Charlie.
Hmm. Oh, thank God I
So,
didn't find that anywhere. That would have been devastating to hear from her point of view.
right.
Remember, don't ever leave me, Charlie. Let me joke with you about our unmade children when
Right.
we were, raising them on a farm. Like, just really creepy stuff.
All right. No, let's see what else we have left. We have,
Newspaper articles for sure.
yeah, so
There's
we already did
something
that
else.
one. Do you want to do the local one or the today?
Isn't there something else online?
Oh, there was a gift bag. Yeah.
There's a gift. That's what it was,
There was a gift bag that was found in the car. So here's the gift bag. So it looks like there's a note on the gift bag. It says, "Happy birthday, Sarah. Uh, when you wear this, hope you think of me. XOXO."
Hugs and kisses. Hugs and kisses.
Yeah.
Is it
All
Charlie's
right.
handwriting or is it not Charlie's handwriting?
I mean, it doesn't look like Charlie's handwriting. That doesn't look like Charlie's handwriting.
Yeah, why would he have done? Yeah.
Yeah, those are different Y's too. So
Another legal
not
one.
the same as the note.
Mm-mm. I'll play with that more. I may have to start like a little key for each person and compare it.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's
So
interesting.
maybe there was an affair going on.
Well, there was that whole
Dun dun
texting. Hold on, there
dun.
was that whole text with N.
Right.
Remember, I
Here,
kept
what's a
thinking
love?
N was like Nita, but maybe N is Nick, and she's having an affair with
We got
Nick.
two puppers, right?
Talk about a friend betrayal.
Come
Hmm. That's interesting. Well, not really feeling like
There
we're
you go.
getting
Is that
very
what
far
you
now.
wanted? Whole bunch of scritches and scratches.
No, she's going to be on camera.
Right. All right.
So
So
sorry.
Nick, maybe there was evidence. Yeah. Right. So possible, a
Yeah.
possible affair,
I
right?
still felt like it was Nita though, because like the way the tone was, like it could be an affair, but it sounded more like a girlfriend checking on another girlfriend to make sure she was okay.
Right.
And even the way Nita answers her questions, I mean, she talks about how Sarah and Maggie haven't gotten any sleep since Charlie died. Like the way Nita talks, it's like she knows Sarah and is
Oh,
bigger
okay.
friends with Sarah than she used to be. Like I don't know.
Right.
I just because like Nick doesn't even mention any of them. I don't know. I'm not convinced yet.
Yeah.
Here, Papa.
Well, we can look at let's look at
Come here.
local.
Get some sugar. There you go.
Let's see, page
Oh, yeah, now
fourth
we
one
can.
in. There we go.
Getting her little dance pants going.
Right. There you go. You want lots of
Tornado.
loving.
It's the tornado.
Lots of loving.
I know.
All
Oh my
right.
gosh, so exciting. You're so famous now.
So we've got this is was described as a local article, local newspaper clipping.
Robin's the farmer, right?
So yeah, so celebrate Chestnut Falls Farmers Festival. Residents and tourists are invited this Sunday to check out the many varieties of locally grown fruit and vegetables picked at peak ripeness at the Chestnut Falls Farmer Festival. Event time is going to be 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. downtown Chestnut Falls. Selections of items for sale: local artisanal cheeses, locally grown fruits, vegetables, local honey, baked goods, handmade crafts, and much more. It's run by local resident and farmer Robin Dupree. The festival will be an opportunity to taste and learn about the types of produce grown right here in Chestnut Falls and its surrounding counties. Although Chestnut Falls regularly holds farmers markets every Sunday, this festival will bring something unique and special to our little town. Dupree has organized a weekend that is fun for everyone of all ages. There will be taste testing vendors from our local dairy farmer, Henry Adams, short demonstrations and cooking tips by our town's best chef, Ashley Anastas, wine from Chestnut Vineyard, and there will even be pony rides and play areas for the kids. Best of all, each vendor and festival organizer is a volunteer here to raise money for the Chestnut Falls anti-drug campaign. Farmers Against Drugs. Fad. Such a fad. Also spearheaded by Dupree. Illegal prescription drugs are an epidemic in our county. Oh, says Dupree. I love this town and I love the people here like family. It's my responsibility as a citizen to protect our traditional way of life. Stop by Dupree's holistic medicine stand to learn more.
Wow, she likes
Okay.
to show all
So
about herself.
she's got direct competition with the pharmacy, with holistic medicine, right? So and she knows about there being an illegal prescription drug issue. Right? Well, tell us how you really feel, Robin. So the vendors' tents will be up from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. The festival is sponsored by Wheelhouse Cheeses, Apple Orchard Farms, and Robin Dupree herself. All right. And then we've got, if you remember from previous episodes, then we've got the memorial for Captain Cantor, the beloved horse. Let's see. Stop it.
It's like, you talking to me, the
No, I was
canteen
talking to my
dog,
computer.
or the computer?
The computer. Right?
Yeah.
You're right. It's like, bet she's taking Valium too. So Captain, so Captain Cantor, proud racehorse of Chestnut Falls, has sadly passed away this past Thursday Eve at the tender age of 3 3/4. As a young foal, Captain Cantor was always the center of attention. He loved to meet new people, especially if they were giving him apples. As he grew into a fine stallion, he became the blue ribbon winner of the Fairmount Park races and an all-around hero to the town of Chestnut Falls.
Wow, they actually did a memorial service at a church?
Right? The memorial service will be held this Sunday at 8 a.m.
They baptized the horse?
The local Chestnut Falls Presbyterian, where he was baptized. All are welcome to come and say goodbye to what surely will be history's most prized horse.
That just got weird.
Right? Cantor eating his favorite snack at his home in Chestnut Falls, courtesy of Stacy Welch.
Which I think was actually the friend who was in the last news article commenting on Captain Cantor and how Susan Lee could do this to him.
Oh. All right. If you want to go over the next article, I'll pull that up.
Okay.
I'm going to just step away for just a quick second.
Sounds good. You mind letting them out while you're doing it?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Let the dogs outside. Yo, King Chaos. Welcome in. All right. So this will be the next article from the LA Today. So plastic surgery horror story. So I'll leave it to Mrs. Strange to tell you all about it.
Indeed. Okay. So, a Beverly Hills plastic surgeon is accused of taking his domestic disputes into the operating room in what one former patient is describing as jealous sabotage. According to a California Medical Board complaint, the patient, who has asked to remain anonymous, went to Dr. Gavin Nash of Beverly Hills Cosmetic Surgery let's see, for a chin augmentation, received a bonus procedure that he claims his doctor never discussed with him. I got my chin, but I also woke up with these grotesque giant lips. The nurse told me that some swelling would subside while I healed, but the lips had stayed. Said the patient, "This has been an absolute nightmare. I'm embarrassed to leave the house." The patient believes that he owes his new look to Dr. Nash's jealousy over a relationship that began months before the patient entered the operating room. He used to be married to Ashley Banks, who I've been dating for a while, said the patient, who then stated that he was unaware that his girlfriend used to be married to a surgeon until he spoke with her after the procedure. Banks declined to speak on the record regarding the incident. Nash's attorney, Duke Matthews, responded to requests for comment with a prepared statement in defense of his client. Dr. Nash met with his patient on 2 occasions preceding the operation to discuss the requested procedures. My client completed the operation flawlessly with expertise that comes from years of experience, said Matthews. The procedure in question, even if it is allegedly unwanted, is not permanent, and it looks fantastic. This individual's claims should in no way influence the public's perception of my client's business and work. According to a source within Beverly Hills Cosmetic Surgery Center, Nash has been in talks with the reality television network about developing a show about his practice for several months. It is unknown at this time if these talks will continue. A hearing on the complaint has not been scheduled. Interesting. So, that is not the direction I thought this was going to go. All right. So, we don't know then if Gavin's going to get his TV deal or not. We don't know, but are probably assuming that he did this to get back at this guy who's dating his ex-wife. So Gavin used to be married to a chick named Ashley Banks.
Okay.
And the person he did surgery on is the person now dating said Ashley Banks.
Oh.
And apparently the guy dating Ashley is claiming that Gavin Nash gave him some type of lip situation on top of the chin he asked for.
Okay.
So, and the lawyer's explanation of this is the procedure in question, even if it's allegedly unwanted, is not permanent, and in fact looks fantastic.
Okay.
So it's like, sorry, not sorry, enjoy your new face, right? That's interesting.
Okay.
So, it's
So
just
he has
funny
a bit of
'cause
a complaint on him. All right.
it basically, it sounds like the complaint still has to be scheduled, and they also mentioned at the bottom of the article that his surgery TV show that's still in talks, they're unsure if that's going to continue or not. So it sounds like this was done before he got his TV show.
Okay.
And apparently the guy who went to Gavin Nash for surgery had no idea that his girlfriend used to be the surgeon's ex-wife.
Oh.
So that's an interesting thing. You think the girlfriend would say something about him going to that guy first, right?
Right.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
All right. Make your escape. Something ocean breeze, something revitalize, luxury facility will take. Something. Kava Kava Resort and Spa. Complete relaxation and renewal. 452 Shoreline Drive, Santa Barbara, California. Wonder if if that'll actually pop up.
Kava Kava. It sounds like Java, but Kava Kava. Is that the last thing?
I think that might be the last thing.
What a weird mixture of evidence this time around. Well, I think Robin sure got motive between being scorned as a lover, her ex-boyfriend's now a drug dealer.
Right.
Broke her heart. I mean, he just can't do no wrong at this point. I mean, he can't do anything right.
Let's look at maps. It has an actual address, so let's try that.
Any clue?
Right.
Please tell me there's a phone number. That would be so much fun.
I don't know. Yeah, let's find out. 452 Shoreline Drive. Santa
No.
Barbara, California. 452 Santa Barbara. All right. I honestly, Exquisite, I think we might be actually able to rule out 2. We might actually be ruling out 2 people on this one.
Do you want me to recap what we've gotten so far before we make any guesses?
Yeah.
All right,
So, is that everything, right?
That is, yeah.
Let's take a look at.
First thing was Nick's mom did a statement, and then we also got some video photos, like photos and some video, like
Yeah.
screenshots, if you will, of two people outside of the taverna, one of which being Antonio from what it looks like,
Okay.
and roughly from about 9, like 20 something, I think, right?
Yeah.
It was 9:23, I think you said. And we also have Susan Lee. Her vet clinic's phone records show that she is um, not she won't have the time to complete the murder because she's on the phone from 9:11 to 9:44 with her lawyer, and then immediately calls Aura on her cell phone.
Okay.
And so I can't believe the phone line would sit open for 30 minutes with nobody on the other end. You know what I mean?
Right.
To kind of cover up an alibi. Does it say that we're eliminating one or two though? It just says
Well,
suspect.
on that it just said, yeah, on this it says just or click on the person who can be eliminated.
So I'm gonna say then we would be making more of an assumption with Antonio. Like it looks like him, but maybe we don't know that enough yet.
Okay.
Because it's my assumption, but we can't prove that. Versus Susan, that's provable. That's like clearly
Right.
defined and not argument. Yeah. I
So
would
yeah,
say
we
we're
can
meant
start
to
with
rule out
Susan, I think.
Yeah.
And then I was looking up that address for this thing for whatever reason, because I feel
That does
like it,
not look like what it
but it
promised.
doesn't look like there's anything there. And like IRL, it looks like it's just yeah.
I assume what
Hey,
they're
chat,
trying to
we're
do.
gonna play some GeoGuessr. All right.
I feel like what they're trying to do is just show off the area and kind of be like Kevin lives in California now. His practice is in California. Here's a California advertisement. Like
maybe.
I think they're just trying to sell the authentication of the article.
Right.
My theory. We're not sure. We're gonna find out with it. It'll be interesting. Stop creeping on the person riding a bike.
Hi,
They
guy.
just happen to be in the wrong place at the wrong time and hour, and I have to kill a video. Thank you, Google, for blurring his
Right.
face. You're so thoughtful.
All right, so we were looking at we tried looking at Shoreline Drive, but I don't see anything. I clicked on the wrong thing. Move that, and then so let's do this. We're gonna grab this. We're saying we're getting rid of Susan, right?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So
Oh, look at that! You were right.
I am. Yep.
Oh.
So all right. So Susan, this is correct. So chat, we are at that point where we are looking at the ending here. So Susan is the correct answer. We were able to get that. So Susan's career and reputation were at risk by Charlie's negligence at the pharmacy. She was seeking $150,000 in damages in a lawsuit against Main Street Pharmacy for Charlie's actions. These facts are confirmed by the newspaper article from episode 2, email chain from episode 2, and legal complaint from episode 2. As the veterinarian, Susan had access to the drug that incapacitated Charlie the night of his murder, and it was known to have used it recently. Her last known use of diazepam led to a death, though her lawsuit alleges it was through no fault of her own. Susan claimed she was not at the scene of the crime on the night of the murder in her witness statement to Michelle, based on her proven location at her veterinary office before Charlie was seen to have left the reunion. She could not have been the person to have left with him and then murdered him. These facts are confirmed by the witness statement from episode 1 and phone records that we just went over tonight. Based on this information, Susan is one of 2 people that can now be eliminated as a suspect. All right.
Nice.
So let's grab that as a screenshot there.
Okay, and I'm gonna look at this for a second because I just got to think of who I have left. So we have Robin, who's the girlfriend, her ex-girlfriend. We have the Nita, the friend slash college friend slash high school friend. Gavin, the pretty boy surgeon. And Nicholas Mitsukis, which is the kid whose parents own the diner.
Okay.
Going to Antonio.
So I'm gonna type in that we eliminated 2 suspects, but I've only got 1 image in there so far. All right. And then
Are we leaning towards Antonio in that photo, or are we leaning towards someone else?
so I'm thinking beyond just looking at the photo,
Okay.
looking at the time stamp,
Yep.
and looking at the witness statement from
The mom.
from the mom.
Hmm.
She stated that Antonio was there
Hmm.
and that she spoke to him the longest.
And he was there first and early, which
Correct.
corroborates what he said in the episode 1.
Correct. Yeah. So I think between her witness statement, the corroborating witness statement of his,
Mhm.
and then the photo. I mean, I would say that we eliminate Antonio.
Oh, sorry,
So that's what
guys.
my guess is on that one.
I like it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. And we are correct as well on that.
That one shocks me slightly, just because I swear his hands are dirty, but
Right.
I feel like he's in the drug
But
business with Charlie.
that's
But
the
we'll
thing,
see.
right? So
That's
I
true.
think
Just because he's
so. I think we
dealing
brought this
drugs
up on one of the previous
doesn't mean
episodes
he's
about
a
Antonio,
bad
and
guy.
that because his name was brought up, and so yeah, he may have been involved with that, and him and Charlie may have been in together with that, and but then it got brought up. I think that episode was you don't bite the hand that feeds you, right? So like if his supplier is Charlie and he's the one selling, you wouldn't want to take out your supplier because then now you have no supplies.
Right.
So
Yeah. Not to mention you bring a lot of heat on yourself with the
right,
business factor.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So all right, so Antonio worked closely with Charlie in their shared drug selling business. So there we go.
Oh, yeah,
Which
right.
had originated in high school. They had a conflict over this business in later years. These facts are confirmed by the yearbook. The hidden backlight message in episode 1 is
Mhm.
Antonio's handwriting and mentions a biz. So we were correct on that. The socks. So the hidden blacklight
Mhm.
message on the paper inside the socks reveals that Charlie and Antonio. Right, exactly, Salomon. I think you were the one that said that last time. Antonio had a delivery system in the past. Bank statements, the hidden messages, and the check memos reveal that Antonio and Charlie had a conflict over the drug selling business. Uh, Antonio had had access to diazepam through his drug selling business with Charlie. Based on the toxicology report from episode 3, diazepam was found in Charlie's system when he died. So he did have the means,
Mhm.
but he didn't necessarily have a motive. I mean, they had a disagreement,
Right.
but I feel that was still his supplier. So
Right. Mhm.
opportunity. Antonio could not have been at the murder scene at the time of Charlie's death, because he was at Dimitri's Tavern or Taverna at 9:32. So in his statement in episode 1, he said he arrived at the Taverna before anyone else in the group, and those facts are confirmed by the surveillance photo and by the DV tracker,
Mhm.
which was the first to arrive, and then the suspect photo of Antonio, episode 2, corroborates that the man in the 9:32 p.m. surveillance photo is indeed Antonio. So and then and also further corroborated by the witness
Mhm.
statement. So which is weird they didn't mention that in here. So yep, so he was there and was able to be eliminated as a suspect. So let's grab that screenshot right there. We will grab that.
Nice. Now down to 4 or 5. No, we've eliminated 5 people, right? No, we eliminated now.
We had 6 at the start of this, right? And we just eliminated 2, so we have 4.
Yeah, so we had eliminated 3 ahead of time. Yep.
Yeah, so so we're down to 4.
Okay.
So yeah, so Nick, Gavin, Nita, and Robin.
2 boys,
All
2
right.
girls. All right.
So
Gosh, I'm really torn now. Who do I think it
because
is?
I'm not ready for this to be over. I know this one's been
Neither
good.
am I, but like at the same extent, like my top people keep getting eliminated. Not gonna lie,
Right?
Antonio was on the list because they had so much
Look,
going on together.
I'm not gonna lie though. Like, let's
And
do
Arthur was on the list because frankly he was jealous of anyone else's talent over his own.
right.
You know?
So I like honestly like this case has been very fun to go through, reminiscing about things from the '90s.
Trolls.
Right?
Trolls.
I know.
Little baby butts. Human butts. You know, little butt cheeks.
Right. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get rid of that right there. So But yeah, so I think this episode was a little challenging though. I think that I don't know, it was definitely frustrating with
The code was a
that
little out
code
there.
was definitely frustrating.
Yeah, sorry guys, that
Uh,
was just.
yeah, I mean it was
There
extremely
was a
frustrating.
lot of leaps that third hint went into. Like the first two hints were so obvious that
Right.
like that, and then just the way they
Well,
did the math on that, they just didn't
and
really explain it very clearly how
right.
they got there.
And that's
It
the
just
thing,
was
right?
really
You didn't
frustrating.
explain how to get from A to See, exactly, Susan, I agree.
Yeah.
So
Thank you,
um
Exquisite. That makes me feel better.
so because the thing is like and at first I was like, okay, well maybe we like latched onto this and maybe we like as we went on to other stuff that we were gonna find
Hmm.
more clues on how to translate it.
Nope.
And but yeah, no, like as we
Just
went through
out of
everything else,
nowhere.
there was
Hmm.
nothing. There was nothing indicating
Hmm.
on how
At the
to
very least,
do
they
it.
should have snuck in the name of that code or something somehow, somewhere.
Right. Like
Something. Because beyond like just copying and pasting what was in that letter onto Google and searching, I just
right,
don't think you would have
exactly.
figured it
So
out.
yeah, we didn't really exactly know what key to use.
Yeah.
We didn't know that it was that whole in a like
Hmm.
mod P thing, right? So like
Exactly.
we didn't know anything about that being the key, right? So that's the part that yeah, I definitely got
I guess it
frustrated.
makes me appreciate real code breakers and what they deal with. I mean,
Right.
people who try to decipher some of these real serial killer letters. I
Yeah.
mean, like the Zodiac is a common one that we still don't know who it was, and
Right.
there's like people have spent years on those letters trying to decipher what he had said in them.
Oh
So
yeah, absolutely.
it makes me respect their job a lot more because that was absolutely impossible, and that was already a very clearly done one. So
Yeah.
I like the little Listen Friends of America tie-in, but I'm very curious how that's all going to lay out in the end. That's just really shady, shifty,
Hmm.
shifty, shifty. Thank you guys so much, Silent Moon.
Yeah, I don't see. I'm like, I just took a brief, quick look at
Yep,
this
gotta
again.
feed the mouse.
I don't see, yeah, anything
No,
mentioning about
because
the
like the
that.
Alice and Bob thing was obvious, but
Yeah,
even that in mind does not mean anything about calculators and fancy math.
right. Yeah, yeah. That was definitely yeah. There was definitely no way to know that was the key. So, but we've got. Let me pull up a calendar and tell you the exact date. So we do know with it when we're going to be doing episode 5. So let me get this calendar pulled up so I can tell you the date. Maybe there we go. So 23rd. So June 23rd will be our scheduled, as of right now, that is our scheduled next episode. So 623 shall be our next the next one. So yeah, exactly. Exquisite. Um
We're hoping to get these last few dealt with since the mystery is getting more and more exciting now.
yeah.
I don't want to
Well,
wait
and
this long.
so also too, like we're working on some stuff for July for the Twitch channel itself. For anyone that doesn't know, we're putting together a fundraiser in July. So the final episode, episode 6, will fall in July. So we'll be kind of seeing what we can do with that. Maybe help bring some awareness to that fundraiser as well during that one. But in the Discord. So as a reminder, as always, this episode, if you missed most of it or any of it, and you want to watch it, YouTube. So there's your link in the chat right there for YouTube, and then also the Discord. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you so much again. I can't say thank you enough. We can't say thank you enough for being able to support us and hitting that like, hitting the subscribe, sharing it, leaving comments, whatever you do, or even just watching it. It helps us out tremendously, and we greatly appreciate it. So down below in the comments is the links to everything, all the socials, the Twitch, if you want to join us next time live, or if you just want to join me on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern. We usually play anything from marbles to various other games. And so, just hanging out and having a good time. But we will see you all next time,
Yeah.
right? So until next time, chat, stay safe, stay strange, and yeah, we'll catch you for episode 5 next time. Have a good one.